Welcome to Messy Bun Sisters Podcast.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Lauren. And this is episode
25.
Yeah!
25.
25.
It's because I remember. Does this look ridiculous, me sitting like this?
I don't think they can see it on YouTube, and the podcast people probably don't care how you sit.
Well, I understand that the podcast people don't care, but I was just trying not to fall asleep.
Good. Hi, Lucy. I am feeling very Mary Kate from It Takes Two right now.
Oh, yeah.
I am. What's her name?
I don't know.
Diane, come on. What did she say? I ain't gonna hurt it. That's my favorite. That's like how she
I watched it the
thought
other day, actually.
the Bronx sounds. The Bronx?
Yeah, the Bronx.
Oh, come on, Diane. I ain't gonna hurt it. Yeah. So for those of you listening on just the podcast, I have a backwards hat on.
Yeah, that's why.
And I decided to wear
Go
red
lay
lipstick to match you.
Go lay down.
Lucy, go lay down.
I wore army pants and flip-flops, so she wore army pants and flip-flops.
Go lay down, Lucy.
Anyways, yeah.
What's
She
wrong?
just bought that hat today.
I did, and it was expensive, but
I bought it too. I have it too. Well, you can't see because you have it turned backwards.
Aw, come on, Diane. I ain't gonna hurt it. What else? She says something
I don't
stupid.
remember.
The other girl's name was Alyssa.
Oh, yeah. Alyssa. I am. Whoa.
Alyssa.
And I have like a
Alyssa
nice
Calloway.
bun.
That was her name.
I know. And I'm Alyssa.
My name is Alyssa Calloway. Remember?
I remember, but I can't quote it.
I'm trying to.
I literally watched it the other day, like probably a month ago.
Wait. One of my favorite things is when they're like, "Do you have anything to say for themselves?" And they're like, "So kiss already!"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Okay, y'all obviously didn't plan it. This is very poor planned." They're also like 7 or 8.
Wait, what are you talking about? They didn't plan it.
They were like, "Do you guys have anything to say for yourselves?" And they didn't make it realistic. Like, let's say "So kiss already."
Oh,
Like, what do you want to say?
yeah.
They were like, "Do you have anything to say for yourself?" So kiss already.
Yeah.
Lucy, go
But
now
they're billionaires, so who cares?
Lucy doesn't know how to get
You just stay there. Stay there, Lucy. Good girl.
poor thing.
Good girl. You know, Lauren has the weirdest dog. Like the weirdest dog.
If you watch on YouTube, sometimes she pops in just to like get some like hugs and
Oh
kisses.
my
and
gosh,
stuff.
and she's shedding so much.
She has.
too.
She's shedding her winter.
her
coat.
winter coat.
Isn't it interesting that dogs shed their winter coat?
Why did you sound British? Isn't it interesting that dogs shed their British coat?
They're British.
I mean,
The dogs shed their winter. Why do they shed their winter coat?
because they have a winter coat and then they shed it so that it's cooler in the summer.
Oh yeah, Lucy, can you try to go lay down again? Okay, so
Poor girl.
I wish people could see. I don't know if you can see on YouTube, but like,
Poor girl.
there's like
Just leave her there.
there's a very small space in between the coffee table and the couch, and she weaseled her way in, but she can't figure out how to back. Oh my
just
God,
turns
that's
around.
so
It's okay. She's
stupid.
good right there.
Okay, Lucy, you freaking weirdo.
Okay. Anyways,
Okay.
10 minutes later, what are we talking about today?
Speaking, okay, wait 1 second. I saw the funniest meme the other day. Like, speaking of things that shed. So this lady didn't.
Hurry.
She like was teaching the kids about how caterpillars become butterflies.
Uh-huh.
And so they were like releasing them into the wild. It was just one.
Uh-huh.
And so right when she was releasing them, a dog next to it ate the butterfly.
And that was the meme?
Yes, it was like teacher teaches kids about, butterflies or how caterpillars become butterflies. And it was like freak out. Like right away, the kids are like, what? See? It's so funny.
No, your face is funny. And the kids are like, what? Oh, man.
I'm going to see if I can try to find it.
Too much.
Okay, so today's Daylight Savings Day.
Oh. I just realized, like, maybe that's why we're so tired.
Mm-hmm. So if we get delirious on this podcast, you know why? Because it's in our minds. Wait.
Yeah, we're an hour. We had to spring ahead.
Okay, so it's 6:00 now. So in our minds, it's 5.
But we only got less sleep. That's why. I tried to go to sleep earlier last night. I like put lavender in the room. I put lavender like on my, literally I like put it on me. I like try to take a bath so that I could like relax. No, I took a shower, but still I was like trying to do all these things to go to sleep at, because I usually go to sleep around 10 and I would try to go to sleep at 9 and it just did not work. And then y'all started texting and I was like, I heard like, I was about to go to sleep and then I hear bzz, bzz, bzz. I was like, what?
That was like 11:30.
10:30.
I don't know if anybody.
That was weird.
It was just my mouth was opening.
Anyway,
okay. So today we're talking about just
being ladies in the work field.
Yeah.
In the workforce.
Ladies in the work. We are now ladies in the work field.
We're changing our Instagram name and the podcast name.
Ladies in the work field.
So be on the lookout. David, can you give us a new logo? That would be great.
Yeah. And all of our Instagrams are changing to ladies. Hashtag ladies. Please don't look that up. I'm going to look it up right now.
No. I meant to say workforce. Is that better?
Yeah. Ladies in the work.
I don't want to know what the pictures on Instagram are.
Oh my gosh, there's no tags.
Oh, then we should start it. Okay, hashtag ladies in the work field.
Okay, so
let's start with you because you have a lot more
jobs.
What about
our review of the week?
Yeah. Let's do it again.
1, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Review of the week.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, we need to get I wanted to do like a giveaway or something for the next person that does review of the week.
Ooh, what should we give away?
I don't know.
We should have thought about this before we started.
How about a t-shirt?
What kind of t-shirt?
I have a couple of Scott Pontos. My soul longs for you in my garage.
That's awful.
No, he actually took those with him, so I don't have them anymore.
So we'll think of a good giveaway and we'll post it on our Instagram.
Post it. How about you give a review and say what you want us to give you?
That sounds like a bad idea. Hashtag ladies in the work field.
Hashtag ladies in the work field. Dang it, I just had it up here and now it's gone. Hold, please.
There were some crazy things in the news today. For this week. Well, Finding Neverland was insane. The R. Kelly interview.
I haven't watched any of that.
Did you see Free Solo?
No, I don't have time to watch stuff like that, I feel like. Because I told you, when I'm at home and we have the TV on, like, we could probably watch it after Liam goes to sleep. But lately, we've been just watching, like, The Voice and American Idol.
Change your game.
I think we're getting older. Okay. So
you don't want to watch documentaries. But
this says, great podcast. You guys were so influenced by your dad. Also, Mashed has $2 mimosas.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, yeah, that's her mom. Love you, Mom.
For the review of the week.
So tell me about your workplace field, workforce. Boss, babe.
Oh my gosh. You want to hear a crazy story speaking about Boss Babe?
Yes.
Okay. Also, side note, guys, like this podcast is going to be fun. It's going to be a silly goose time. And we are just delirious goose time.
Okay.
Okay. So I went to this event on Thursday. It was San Antonio Magazine Best of the City.
Oh, yeah.
And this is just the kind of creepy person that I am. Okay. So Alyssa and I went to the Boss Babes event. Like it was like in
They're having
the
another
fall.
one.
Yeah. In this, we're going, aren't we?
Yeah.
So it's called Babes Support Babes. And we went to that event in the fall. And there was this girl there, and Alyssa was like, "Oh my gosh, this girl looks like you."
I saw her on a picture. And I was like, that looks just like Lauren. Like, it was so weird.
Right. And so we started following her because she was tagged.
It was a picture, and she was tagged in it, yeah, from the Babes.
And I don't know why. There's a lot of people that other of my friends are like, these people look like you. So I start following them for some reason. I don't know.
You're a creeper.
Yeah. Anyway, so I started following her. But she has lots of followers on Instagram, so she wouldn't even notice if I did. But anyway, so I started to follow her, and like kind of like just because whatever, she's San Antonio and and she could look like me. I thought it was strange. So I'm at this event. I'm passing out flyers for my work, not flyers, koozies, and I see her, and we made eye contact. Like went to give her a thing, and I was like. I was like, oh my God, I follow you on Instagram.
Oh
and she was like, she was so cool. She was like, I think she was okay with it. But she was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And just started like talking to me. And she was with this other lady.
She's like an influencer.
Yeah.
So she's probably used to people being like, oh, I follow you on Instagram.
It was so funny. Anyway, she was with this other lady named Frix Pix. And her name was Kim. And she was actually named like the best Instagrammer from San Antonio Magazine. Yeah, they were super sweet. But it was just like the weirdest thing.
And you took a picture with her.
I took a picture with her. It was so strange because I was like, I follow you on Instagram.
And did she think that you looked like her too?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think she did.
Is it more like in pictures y'all look alike?
Maybe we can have Trent post a picture of us right here, then you guys can decide
side
if we
by
look the
side.
same. Yeah.
I wonder if we need her permission for that.
I don't know. Her name's Crystal. You can follow her if you want. But anyway,
that's a cool story, Lauren.
But so I wanted to talk about that because
you were at this event for Favor,
right? Okay, so yeah, that's the kind of creepy person that I am. But yeah, I was at this event for Favor, and I feel like my job keeps getting more fun. Like as the months, I gotta stop taking this job out. As the months go on. So, you want to talk about my job now or like how I got here?
How you got here. Okay, go say like what you do now and then maybe take your steps back.
Okay, backward. Okay, so right now I work for Favor Delivery, and I give my code like out 1,000 times. So you guys, if you need my code, just DM us. But it is a delivery service. We're owned by HEB. And my job, I'm the only person in San Antonio right now that does sales. And honestly, I really don't feel like it is a sales job. I have built relationships with all of my partners and I just absolutely love it. But my job is to get partnerships on the app. So those of you who kind of like use Favor as a customer, if you see people on the app that are $3 delivery or cheaper, those are my partners. Mm-hmm. So those are the people that are partnered with us. And those that are like, I think $6 deliveries. So those you actually have to type in, those people aren't our partners. Anyway, so it's my job to like go around the city.
What's funny is like a lot of people, like a lot of my coworkers think that it's whatever's on the app. And I was like, no, you can get literally anything delivered, like whatever you want.
That's how Uber Eats is though. Like you can only, or
and I
even
think that's
DoorDash.
why a lot of them are like that. It's like whatever's on the app.
Yeah.
But with Favor, you can order anything.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be whatever's on the home screen.
Yeah. And so, obviously,
or even in the other little buttons that you push.
What do you mean?
Like you can just search whatever, right?
Yeah, you can search anything you want. I mean, I always recommend like supporting our partners and ordering from them. But I literally, some of it is like cold call, some of it is warm leads, some of them are leads that I create for myself, some of them are leads that they come in, like they're inbound, so it's like inbound, outbound, walk-in, cold calls. So it's a lot of salesy stuff that we have to do. But this past week, it's cool that I'm the only person in San Antonio for sales is because I get to do a lot of like marketing stuff. I get to help like a lot of our marketing feats, I guess, that we do out here. So like we sponsor some events and I don't know, like it's just cool that I get to like go out and eat food. Yeah. And like talk to restaurant owners and travel. Woman. Yep. That's my hashtag, traveling sales. Wait, what is it? Chronicles of a Traveling Saleswoman. Yeah. Is my hashtag. And yeah, it's just like really a really fun job. How long
have you been there?
June, July, August, March. 10 months? Same as Liam.
Liam was born the end of May.
And I started at the beginning of June.
So yeah, almost 10 months. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
I know. And the company, so when I started, what's crazy is, so we were bought by H-E-B in February. I started in June. And when I started, there was maybe 7 salespeople. Now there's 40.
Wow.
I know. It's insane. So before that, is that what you want to talk about? Before that, I lived in New York, obviously, as everybody knows who listens to this podcast. And I worked at Zillow.
That's cool.
Is it?
Was it cool?
It was hard. It was probably one of the harder sales jobs I had. And I think it's because it was just like straight.
Like the people?
No, the people were cool. Or like the people I worked with?
Yeah, the people that you tried to like sell, weren't they difficult? Like, didn't you say it was because you were working with like New York realtors or real estate agents?
Yeah. So New York real estate agents are funny, I guess you can say. I don't want to say anything negative.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
They're crazy people. They're a different breed for sure. So they, okay, first off, the industry in New York is just completely different than anywhere else in the country. If you know anything about real estate, there's something called an MLS where the real estate agents feed to the MLS, and the MLS kind of like is the database, I guess, for all the houses that are for sale. There's no MLS in New York.
So what do you do?
Which is crazy.
It's like only the real estate agents know?
Yeah, and they have to do kind of like their own marketing. And they also have to update it to a feed that the brokerages have. So there's like all these feeds. So the main company that I worked for was Street Easy. Mm-hmm. And Street Easy...
it's just apartments, right?
Yeah. Well, no, that's all there is in New York is apartments.
Right.
So Street Easy was basically like the MLS.
Weird.
I know. And also the real estate agents in New York, they're actually not realtors.
Right.
Because whatever it is, I don't know what test you have to take. The New York agents don't have to take that.
So they just become real estate agents.
They're just agents. They're not even like realtors.
So they don't even like have to know anything. They could just be like, I'm going to go work at a brokerage or...
I'm not super familiar with
You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know. So basically my job...
You worked there for how long?
A year. We'll take some of those things. The guys just got back with some treats.
I'm not going to take one right now.
In a bit. Fine. Yeah.
Caroline loved that.
It's for you, Caroline. So yeah, it was a lot of cold calling. But the thing is like all the agents knew who Street Easy was because it pretty much was like the MLS.
Yeah.
But what we were selling, it was kind of expensive. So a lot of them didn't want to have to pay for it. It's crazy. So should I even get into it? It's like, I don't know if I can even.
You can if you want to.
Okay. So very, very, very high level. So whenever you put your house on the market, which you're going to do in a little bit,
hopefully,
you expect your real estate agent to sell it for you.
Right.
Do you expect your real estate agent to find a buyer?
What do you mean?
Like, do you expect, who's going to be your real estate agent?
David's aunt.
Okay, so do you expect her to also find a buyer for you?
Like, to buy the house?
Yeah.
As in, like, another realtor? Or, I don't know.
No. Okay, so real estate agents in New York, okay, it's crazy. So the landlord can put out, I forget the name,
like a listing?
A listing, but he puts it out there, and I forget the name of it, but he's like, anybody can sell this. So
right.
It's like in this huge pool, and whoever sells it, sells it. So
everybody's trying to sell it.
Uh-huh. I know. Or you can get what's called an exclusive. Mm-hmm. So you're the only real estate agent.
That's
I'm a landlord. I'm going to trust you to sell an open listing, I think is what it's called. So an exclusive listing, I'm trusting you to sell this.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to find. So I'm trusting you to sell it. So you're my realtor.
Yeah.
But you also have to find a buyer as the real estate agent. So you're going to get 6%. 3% from the seller, 3% from the buyer. So you're gonna
they're not, they don't like meet with other realtors and try to get that realtor that has a buyer already.
Because they don't want to split the commission. So it's hard for them. First off, it's kind of hard to get an exclusive in the first place. A lot of them are just like open listings, which aren't allowed on Street Easy. But a lot of them are just like, hey, anyone can sell this. Like, I don't care, fill it up quickly. Allegedly, New York is at 98% capacity.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. So
you keep saying it's crazy.
It is. It's like the Wild West out there, even though it's east. So what happens is with what Zillow does.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So what Zillow does is like, you're going to sell your house, right? So they put something on the side called Premier Agent.
Right. Okay? Yeah.
So
I've seen those.
I, as a buyer, let's say I don't have a real estate agent. Like, I click on the Premier Agent to say, hey, I'm interested in this house. So whoever's like in rotation can be like, hey, like, of course I'll like help you look at this house.
Right.
So the real estate agents in New York are mad at Zillow / Street Easy
for doing that.
Yeah, because now they feel that Zillow's giving away half their leads.
Yeah.
Or they're like cutting their money in half because, you know what I mean?
Because they're giving opportunity to the Premier.
Mm-hmm.
So stop doing that. Interesting. So you learned a lot.
I did. But trying to, I know I explained a lot. So me trying to like explain to the real estate agent, like, hey.
Because you were trying to get them to be on the page.
So
which to me, it seems like if I was a realtor and you're mad at Zillow for putting those people on there. No, it's me. Just be on Zillow. Like just.
Right. It's kind of expensive. So they're mad. A lot of them are mad because it's like a disruption in the industry.
But it's everybody uses Zillow.
But can you imagine? It's good for the customer because, like, what if I have one agent and they're like, let's say you have your aunt and she's trying to get the most of her money, so she's like maybe making the price higher and
right.
And it's not good for the buyer. You know what I mean? Like she's taking care of her own interest.
I see what you're
saying.
So
this buyer
would not do the test.
But the buyer doesn't have their own representation.
Right.
So that's one thing we tried to like explain, like, hey, like, don't you think it's fair for the buyer to have their own representation? And they're like, yeah, of course, but these people don't know, blah, 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 blah. Because another thing is, whenever you have to show the apartment, the seller representation has to be there.
Oh, weird.
You can't just go in. You know, with the houses, you have like a little lock and stuff that anybody can go and look. But the seller has to be there.
Interesting.
Anyway, yeah, so that's that. And I don't want to talk anymore. I feel like I just talked so much about something that nobody cares about.
You thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting too.
Did you?
Yeah. I guess I'm in it too.
Yeah. Well, ask me. Tell me about your job and how you got to the salon that you're at now, because you weren't always at that salon.
Yeah. You want me to start from the beginning?
Let's start from the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with
A, B, C.
When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi. That's for you, Dad.
Do, re, mi.
Dad said we should do a whole podcast of singing.
That's not a podcast. Anyways, okay, so I am a hairdresser, which you all probably know too. And so I got into the industry in 2011. And
wow, it's been that long.
Yeah, I think I graduated in 2012 though.
Do I have lipstick all over my face?
No.
Okay.
So I started doing hair at a different salon downtown, in Nevada salon, because I went to Nevada school. And then
it wasn't downtown, it was like midtown.
Off Broadway, Alum Heights. Anyways, I went to school right here too.
I wish the Aveda salon would have stayed down here.
Wouldn't that have been awesome?
I would be there every week.
Every single week.
And they would have gotten a lot of people. I don't know why they moved.
Yeah, well, because it was getting expensive.
Well,
for rent. But I think it would have paid off in the
so
long
too.
run. Honestly, like with just all this stuff. But the salons right here aren't even doing well. The ones that are under Mosaic.
Oh, this is a G?
Yeah. No, but even the one before that, they sold. It was a different salon before that.
It was?
A different Aveda salon, yeah. And they had to sell, and then the other Aveda salon
But the difference with the school is that it was cheaper. Cheap.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I mean, too late. But yeah, and I don't like the new school.
Me neither.
It's like very school like. I felt like that one was more like spa and like industrial.
It was very spa. I loved it.
And it, like you like walk in and it smells like Aveda. My voice is going away. I can't talk anymore. We're on a podcast and I can't talk. Seriously, it's like
don't do that in the mic.
Okay, so I worked there for I guess like 5-ish years. Worked my way up. Was it 5 years? I'm really bad at time because I think for a long time, honestly, this is a truth about lying. What? When I worked at the old salon, because I'm young, I graduated when I was still 20.
You were 20?
Yeah. Okay. So it'll be 8 years.
You were 20?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Or maybe I was 19. I think I might have been 19.
Are you serious?
And then turned 20 that year. Yeah, because I went to school I graduated high school when I was 17. Went to college for 2 years, 18, 19. And then I went to beauty school. Okay, so I was either 19 or 20. But anyways, so I would like start doing hair at the salon and people would be like, how long have you been doing hair for? And I would always like round up or like do more because I was young. I was like 21, 22. And they're like, how long have you been doing hair? And I'm like, oh, like 3 years. Yeah, because that's why they're asking.
Yeah.
They're asking because they want to make sure that you have not been doing hair for like a year.
Yeah.
So
you're my first one.
Yeah.
Did you ever? I would always be like, you're the first time I've ever touched hair.
You're my very first client. Wow.
Wow. I'm like really nervous. You're my first client.
But so I would always lie Always. It's so bad. So
those clients have been with Alyssa for however long. She's lied to you this whole time.
I have clients from when I was like a junior. So they had a level system. So it was like junior, senior, master.
Right.
And then like master 1, 2, 3, whatever. So I started, I apprenticed and then I was a junior.
What does the apprentice mean?
Oh my gosh. It's actually their apprenticeship was good because you got education. So like every Tuesday you had class. So like it was a lot of education, but a lot of it was like, excuse my language, but it was bitch work.
How long were you an apprentice?
Like 7 months.
How long
6 months?
are normal apprenticeships?
They do like a year.
Why did you get moved up?
I was on fast track.
Is it because you were lying to customers?
Yeah. No, I didn't see any customers for the first 6 months. All you do is sweep, do laundry, shampoo hair.
What's fast track?
It's like I proved that I could do a haircut. And so they're like, okay, like now you can do fast track. So, and it's just like, you have to do all these sign-offs before you can be on the floor. And apparently now at that salon, they have like a new talent. So you have to do apprenticeship, new talent, and then you're a junior.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, people were probably like getting promoted to junior really quickly.
Well, no, you have to apprentice for a year.
But didn't they?
And you have to do like 10 haircuts, 4 colors, like a blow dry and a kid's cut. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know why they did that. I think they have this thing too where when you first start off on the floor, they have like a facilitation thing. So you would have to, do like the master's blow dries. You would do their base colors. Okay. But you would only get paid half. Like they would get paid half for not doing anything.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but once I got to master, that was great.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do that again. Because you literally, like your client, which I would actually probably wouldn't do that again because my clients that I have now, they like hated it because they would come in and I'd be like, oh, hey, how's your hair been? Okay, great. You're going to be seeing Lauren today. See you later. And then Lauren would apply their base color and I would be doing a haircut by somebody else. And then they would get shampooed by somebody else and then somebody else would blow dry them. Then I'd be like, okay, bye. But like I was their stylist.
How did they allow that to happen?
I mean, it makes sense for people that like a base color isn't hard to do. So it makes sense, but it also sucks because then you're never seeing that person. Like, right. Maybe I would see them for a haircut and then somebody else would blow dry them. Or I would see them for a haircut and blow dry, but I didn't see them for the color or any of that, like shampoo or anything. Which is it's not the end of the world, but it is very much like...
But like you would get paid for...
Not doing anything, yeah.
Wow.
So it was, you can make really great money because you're like getting paid twice. Like I'm doing a haircut for $70 and then I'm getting a base color that's put on by somebody else and I'm getting like another $40 for that. Wow. Yeah. So it's great. It is like a great way to make money, but I just like felt bad for my clients. Like I think they did feel like they were like herded cattle because they'd be like in and out. Like I would only have like 30 minutes to do appointment slots. So it's just very like fast paced. And so I was on the floor there for 4 years, like 3.5 years probably. Cause then I did junior, senior, I think, no. Yeah. We got promoted every 6 months. You're up for promotion every 6 months. So I did junior, senior, master 1 or whatever. So like probably 3 years. And then I was a master for like the last 2.
But isn't it like junior and then you like junior 1, junior 2?
No, it's junior, senior, another like money promotion and then master and then money promotion. So it was really hard too because you had to like meet all these requirements and all this stuff. So at that point, it's nice. It was a 4-day work week, whatever, but it was like long days, very fast paced.
And they only gave you like 2 days off the whole year.
I had like 8 days off the whole year and I like had been dating David at the time. And your days off aren't like you have a 4-day work week, but it switches every week. So you never have like, oh, I'm only off on Thursdays. Yeah. So that was really hard too because you can never like really know your schedule. Like you can, but it's every week's different. So yeah, it was just different. And so I was like talking to a friend about it. Our friend Scott, like I was asking him, I was thinking about going off on my own and doing booth rental. And cause he had done that and then he was at a different salon and he was like, you should really come like check out my salon. Like you should really come just interview. And then like,
and they were looking for someone, right?
And meet the owners. I think so. Like they had empty chairs. So I just went and interviewed with her, and David and I were planning the wedding and building the house at the same time. So I thought it would be a great idea to get a new job too. Cause like, why not? There's something else in the mix. No, but I just was ready for a change. Like I knew like being married, I didn't want like a very like complicated schedule. I didn't want,
and you can make your own with.
I never saw him like, and like you work on the long days, you work till 8:00 at night. And then by the time I get home, I want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking like I wanted kids and I didn't think that would be like, there's people there that had kids, but I wanted a different kind of life with kids. So,
right.
So yeah, so I interviewed there. I got the job, like loved it. Like my bosses, like the owners are so great. It's a mom and daughter and they're like so cool. And I just clicked with them right away. And then I got to work with Scott, and Scott and I like work really well together, and like he's a really good time. So it just worked. Like it just felt like this is where I'm supposed to be. And so
was
I'm
it
like
a price
able
cut?
to make. No, the only thing was like I'm a contract employee now. So over there I had benefits and like a 401k, but I took my 401k out for my house anyways. So but actually I was pretty much getting paid double like at the new salon, but it was,
I see. Yeah.
but I didn't have to
benefits.
Yeah.
So tell us how you quit the old salon.
No, that's
my
such a terrible
story ever.
I'll preface it by saying I had to do this. I had to do it this way, or else I might have lost like 2 weeks of pay. I might
2 weeks of pay and your clients.
Right. So,
and it's hard to go
I was not the only one that did it this way.
Okay. But it doesn't matter how you did it.
That's why
don't feel bad. It's hilarious.
It's not hilarious.
So you have to understand that when you go off on your own, like you need to have a client base for you to make money. Otherwise, it's just all new clients.
Right.
So what Alyssa did.
Oh my gosh. So I like secretly was telling clients for probably like maybe 2 months, because I was waiting to go to my new job until like after we closed on the house. And I mean, if you've bought a house before, you know that the closing date can be moved.
Right.
So I would tell my new boss like, okay, like I'll start on this day. And so I would like just tell my clients like, hey, I'm going to be starting at this new place. Like, here's my number. Here's the salon name, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, like real, like,
just so you know.
Yeah, just so you know, like I'm planning on moving. But I didn't say anything to my old job because they're very much like they want when you're like, they're the clients of the salon. They're not your clients.
Yeah.
And that's why they have other people doing all this other stuff too. Yeah. So that the customer doesn't feel that attachment to the one stylist.
But that's not how people are. People go to the salon to see their stylist.
Right. So anyways, my fear was that I would go to the boss and say like, hey, here's my 2 weeks. And in fear of them losing all those clients that I would be telling over the next few weeks, I assumed that they would just let me go.
Did they?
I didn't say anything to them.
Oh, that's right.
I just quit.
Yeah.
So,
well, how did you quit? Because that's my favorite story.
That's where I'm getting to. Okay. So I guess we were closing the house. We were supposed to close on a Tuesday. So I was like, okay,
Tuesday or Tuesday?
Tuesday. So
it's funny how we say Tuesday like chew.
Tuesday. So I was, we were planning on closing on Tuesday, and I think I was off on that day, or I like asked to be off on that day, and then my scheduled day off was Wednesday. So I was supposed to go back to work on Thursday. And I just was planning on like, I took all my stuff home for the weekend, which we do every weekend there. But I took like literally everything I had there. And we ended up having to push the close date back to Friday. So I told my new boss, I was like, okay, I can start working on Thursday. But I'm closing on the house on Friday. So I have to come in like for a half day on Friday. So I like, for whatever reason, just like didn't want to quit before.
Because
I didn't want to quit.
She's a 9.
And I didn't want to quit before we closed on our house. Like I wanted to make sure our house was closed and done with. And then I was going to quit because I didn't want like the underwriter to be like, oh, let me make sure with your work that you still work there. So I was like waiting till the very last minute. And so I was hoping that we would close on Tuesday. I could quit the job and then start my job on Thursday.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen because we didn't close until Friday. So I started work on Thursday, not quitting my old job.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
Okay. And so I worked.
2 jobs.
I worked, and my manager from my old job calls me, and she's like, hey, I know you called in sick today. That's what it was. I know you called in sick today, but I just got a call. We were trying to confirm for one of your clients on Friday, and she said that you don't work here anymore. She's like, is that true? Or is there something you need to tell us? Give me a call back. And I literally had worked at my new job that first half of the day. I was like, oh my God. So I just didn't call back. And then I wrote them an email on that Friday, like, hey, sorry to inform you. Like, I know this is really crappy of me, but I just have to quit. Like, I'm not going back. And
wow.
I'm sorry.
And did you ever hear from any of your old like friends?
They knew everybody knew I was leaving, but the managers and the boss.
And you never talked to them? My
managers? I was scared.
Well, did they ever say like, that was hilarious how you left, or
no? Because I'm sure they thought it was funny. Like, but I'm just like,
so funny.
I couldn't. I just could not.
So one time a friend of mine, she went to host. She was a hostess this is in college, and she realized, this is her first day. I can't do this. So then she told the manager, I need to go to my car, have some cough drops. Got in her car and never came.
Okay, but that happened a lot at the old salon.
What?
Apprentices would leave during lunch. Like they would
never come back?
No, they would never come back. They'd be like, okay, I'm going to take my lunch break, and then never come back. Because it was hard. It's hard work.
Yeah.
Like hard work.
Didn't that happen to Bath and Body Works?
Okay, I worked at Bath and Body Works for a day. But I went in and did the training, like did everything. And then they never like sent me a schedule or anything.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Like you were on the payroll.
Yeah. And like did training, like it was a training day. Like they were teaching me how to do everything.
And didn't you buy an outfits?
No, I just bought like, you have to wear like white shirt and jeans.
And they just never put you on the schedule?
No.
That is so strange.
I was like, Mom, they never put me on the schedule. I'm going to find a new job.
And what was the new job?
I think I just went back to work at
Zio's?
Cornerstone.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that is when I went back to work at Zio's. I don't remember. We've had a lot of jobs, but this is our most recent job.
I wonder.
Honestly, okay, let me just say this really quick. I will never leave a job like that ever again. And my boss
How did you quit Zio's both times, Alyssa?
Oh yeah, I quit. I just quit. Hey, but they hired me back.
Okay, so she quit 2 times from Zio's the same way.
Yeah.
You just quit.
I just quit.
I will never quit the job.
Now I will. I mean, I feel like I'm going to be at the salon for a long time.
Yeah,
like I'm going to be with the owners. Like
I love them too. They're awesome.
They're so cool. Like, and we have plans for the future and stuff too. So
what's the name of your salon?
Pure Beauty Bliss.
Where's it at?
It's on Stone Oak and Huebner. You can call 210-468-1222. asked to speak to Gabby. She's my cousin, and she is also the receptionist there. Okay.
Anything else you want to talk about? Alyssa, any words of wisdom for those looking for jobs now? Who just graduated from a Veda school?
Just don't work at... Just kidding.
Don't work at the salon.
Come work at PBD.
Come work at
Alrighty. Leave us a review of the week.
Wait. Leave us a review of the week.
Like and subscribe and share.
And we'll see you next week. All is love, all is love.